the East Region right now. Let's go through it. Duke taking on the winner of the game earlier, Mount St. Mary's. I think we all collectively think Duke. Let's go a little bit quicker. Mississippi State and Baylor. T.O., who do you think wins that one?
Josh Hubbard is really good, and Cam Matthews is a hell of a defender. I like the way Chris Jans coaches. Nothing against Baylor, but I think Norchad Omier hasn't guarded since he got to Texas. So give me Mississippi State in this one.
Yeah, I'm Mississippi State as well. Baylor's been trending down. They're 4-6 since Ojanwino went out of the lineup. And again, that puts Omier at that 5 spot to guard. And it just hasn't been great. Offensive rebounding has been down. But they need to make shots in this game, and they haven't over the course of the last 5 to 7 games. And I do think that Josh Hubbard, people are going to start to hear about this dude. And if they haven't been watching the SEC, haven't been watching Mississippi State, Hubbard's a guy that I think is as combustible as anybody in the country, and could have his March moment in this game, potentially in the next one. Don't know if they win that one. I don't think they do, but he could. So I'm going Mississippi State.
All right, so we got Mississippi State across the board. Oregon Liberty is the 5-12. Do we think Liberty can pull off the upset?
You're damn skippy, we do. You're damn skippy. Mm-hmm. Richie McKay, very Tony Bennett-esque in how they play. They got 2 small guards, and Colin Potter and Caden Matheny. Both of those guys are really good, and they've got some versatile 3-4-5s that can switch and be really pesky on the defensive end of the floor. Give me Liberty. I understand Dana Altman has a good squad. They're very talented. And Jackson Shelstad is very good. But I think Liberty wins this game just with toughness and the fact that they can get up under your offense, especially at the guard spots.
Yeah, I'm going Liberty as well. The question you got to ask is how good you feel about Oregon's half-court offense, because Liberty doesn't get much back on the offensive glass, but it's because they're sending 3, 4, sometimes 5 guys back in transition defense. So they're not going to give easy opportunities for Oregon, who gets 12 fast break points a game. So can they try to attack matchups in the half court? I think this is going to be a really close one. I think Liberty edges out Oregon and moves on.
All right, let's go to the next game. Arizona, Akron, another popular upset pick. Akron from the Max won 28. Mike, do you like the upset?
I've seen this one as a trendy upset pick. I just don't see it. I worry about Akron keeping Arizona out of transition. Akron starts 4 dudes that are 6'3" or below. So I worry about them on the glass as well against the size of Arizona. So I'll go Arizona.
Give me Arizona too. I think we get good Caleb Love in this game.
All right, good Caleb Love. We're going to go Arizona. BYU, VCU. Can VCU take out BYU? Mike, who do you like?
I think they can. I got VCU. I would have had BYU beating Wisconsin if they advanced, but I just don't have them advancing. The question is whether or not BYU can get to 70 points. VCU has given up 70 points 3 times this calendar year. BYU, when they don't score 70, they're 1-6. So can BYU get to 70 points? I don't think they do. I think VCU wins the game.
I like Ryan Odom as a head coach. I can't wait to see him as the head coach of Virginia next year. But while we're at it, let's let him get a win for Virginia Commonwealth.
All right, for the sake of time here, Wisconsin, Montana. Anybody think the upset?
No.
Wisconsin.
And Alabama, Robert Morris. Anybody think the upset?
No.
Nope.
Okay, St. Mary's, Vanderbilt. Mike, who wins that game?
This is probably a separate conversation where, St. Mary's playing 2 games in the last 20 days with how early that conference tournament is. But, Vandy's has sent their opponents to the line 30-plus times in 4 out of the last 5 games. Can they defend without fouling? It's a low-possession game. I don't like that recipe. I'm going St. Mary's.
All right, so let's go through this right now.
I'm a big fan of Tyler Tanner, the guard at Vanderbilt. So I would go Vanderbilt here.
All right, let's go quickly here. Duke or Mississippi State? T.O.? Or I'll go
Chowders, you a swing vote. All right.
St. Mary's. I'm swinging. I don't like Vanderbilt away from their own gym. Duke or Mississippi State?
Chris Childers, swinger.
Duke.
T.O. Duke.
Yeah.
Liberty or Arizona, T.O.?
Liberty.
Okay, Mike.
I'll go I'm going Arizona on that one.
I'm going to tie break with Liberty. So we got Duke, Liberty, Sweet 16, VCU, Wisconsin, T.O.
Wisconsin. I love the fact that they get to the free throw line at such a high rate. John Tanjay is terrific. I had them as a sleeper Final Four pick, but I don't think they make the Final Four. But I think they're really good.
Mike?
Yep. VCU is going to try to keep them out of the paint and off the line, but I think you got a guy like John Tanjay who's just doesn't care about your coverages. So I'm going Wisconsin.
Anybody have St. Mary's over Alabama? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Anybody? No? Okay.
Bama.
Alabama, Wisconsin in the Sweet 16. Alabama or the Badgers, T.O.?
Bama. Their offense and what they're capable of. And Mark Sears has finally figured it out this season, Alabama.
How about Duke, Liberty? You taking Duke? Okay, you agree with that, Mike, both?
Yeah, I agree on both.
All right, so your Elite Eight, Duke and Alabama. Mike, break it down.
I'm going Duke here. I just trust them more to get defensive stops when it matters. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
T.O.?
They're huge. Their guards are going to be able to bother Mark Sears. Tyrese Proctor is a menace defensively. Seion James is one of the most underrated off-ball defenders in college basketball. Give me Duke.
All right, so that's the only non-SEC team we have in the Final Four.
I thought we had the Spartans.
No, we had Florida. Didn't we? No, Auburn. Right? Was it Michigan State?
I thought T.O. and I went Sparty.
I don't know, it doesn't matter. We'll figure it out when we come back.